Hi, for this video, and I will make it short, I will cover the poses for the front cycle animation. I will have as a reference, well, it's better if I show you this reference here. And you can see that this is a contact. And between this contact and the next contact, we will have 2 frames. So instead of the 8 frames that we have been working on before, we will have 6, right? Because it's 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 2, 3 for the other leg, if we want to make it a cycle with the same amount of frames for each leg. What we have to retain here, not too many things, but they have to work well together. As we see here in the description, when the leg lifts, there's a swing here happening in the hip. As you can see here, the hip is an horizontal line, but when one leg lifts, and in this case it's the right leg, the hip twists to that side. Okay, so it tends to twist in that direction. Okay, and this happens at this moment when the foot that is being the contact one will receive all the weight of the body, and then the skeleton relaxes on that pose and it twists. So we can see here this line here on the hips, and as a counterbalance we will see the shoulders like this, and following the shoulders, the chest and neck and the body, everything will twist to that right side. Okay, I will draw a structure, a very basic structure for a body. So this is like the chest, here the belly that is more flexible, and here are the hips. And now I'll make the leg that is this contact leg, and this contact leg I will make it like this, and then I see the foot like this. At this case here I will have this leg going backwards, and since it's backwards, it's at the further distance from us. I'll make it smaller so it gives me notion of distance, right? And the arms, we see here the arms, the right arm that is in front, because it's the left leg that is in front, is a bit stiff here to the front. So let's do it also like that. The hands, I will just add them later at the end, okay? So this is the arm that is coming front, and this is the arm that is going back, and the head should be straight, and the neck. Okay. So this is our contact pose, our draft for the contact pose. Next pose is when the character goes down, okay? So all the weight is coming to this left foot, and that's when the skeleton will twist. So let's do it. What is happening is that this right leg is going to be lifted, so we will incline the hips to that side, something like this, okay? And then the torso would do something like this, okay? So I will make these opposite lines, right? And I will also give some volume to this side, okay? Because it helps me to give some volume of my character. The head is also twisting to this side, and this leg should be supporting the weight, right? Since this is going to be a down pose, I will bring all of this a bit lower. Okay, this leg comes here. This foot is bigger than this one, so it is closer to the camera. Now the arms, that's also important here. That's when the swing is higher, right? So let's swing those arms there. Here, this arm is on the front, so I will leave this to help giving that idea. What I'm trying also to do here is avoiding the continuous movement of everything. Like here I have this movement and then it swaps like this, and here the same, okay? Every time possible I do these changes of movement inside the pose itself. Up. It looks a bit up. Okay, yeah, it's looking a bit up, depending on where we put the eyes, of course, but yeah. Yep. Up. Nice. Let's go to the next one. So here I will raise this leg even more, and it's right before the next contact pose. If you want to have the other one not so intense, I find for me that it's too much when I'm drawing characters, okay? Depending on what you are drawing, it can be more or less useful. And now, since I'm going to the next contact and I will swing to the other side of the body, here now I will start going to the balanced pose again. So my hips will be on their way to be less tilted. At this moment here, this leg here is coming to the front. It's on its way to coming to the front because this would be the next contact leg, and the arms will follow this swap between legs, so we will also swap the arms. So this arm here is going this arm here, the right one is going backward and the left one is going front. Yep, it has the flow. I will just delete some lines that I'm too messy, I know, but that's the way that we can do faster, all right? And it's important to do things faster because the faster you work, the more you practice, the most amount of things you do. But it's important that you don't become too picky because you need to do things fast. Else, you'll not have time enough to work on everything. It feels okay, it feels nice. Let's just add the arms because they can also be good to communicate the flow and the arcs that we are trying to represent here. Notice that we are going to look now at the right arm. It's making this arc here, okay? And we want to communicate that arc. All right, so here our hand would be a bit stiff. Delete these sketches again. All right, and as the arm goes up, because the character is down and this is our counterbalance, I want to leave the hand tracing that path that the arm is making. Okay, so I will do something like this. Okay, and now this arm here, the left one, so this arm is in front, this arm is on backward. As you can see here, the hand is always be left behind to help supporting that arc, and it will swap here in the next contact. Okay, so these hands are quite similar but in the opposite directions, in the opposite arms. Okay, so yes, I will always leave that hand leaving that trace. I feel like this arm here is a bit misplaced. Yeah, I think it's better. And also, since the hand is bent behind the folding pose, I will not do the same here. Here I will just leave it relaxed so we see the difference between these two poses. Okay, so I will just repeat now more or less the same process for the other leg and the other arm. Okay, good enough for a sketch, right? So the hip should twist for the leg that is going to be lifted, and the chest to compensate that. And at this moment here, we have to bring this down, right? As we did before. And I will also give this volume here, okay? I'll bring this down. So what I'm doing now is the same as here, but for the other side, right? Trying to make this foot a bit smaller now because this leg will start to go backwards and also not so down. So I want to simulate that foot going behind. Yeah, we can accept this as a nice sketch for a walking character while he's twisting a lot. Let's just highlight that before finishing this video. Okay, this is the moment where the leg lifts, okay? See there? And then they are less twisted, okay? Less twisted. Here they are straight, or at least more or less straight, and then straight again, and then twists. And then slowly coming back to a straighter position, okay? So this is one of the keys that you can keep in mind. Okay, I can see that there's something wrong here. So I feel like this arm here is coming too much up. So I will delete it because I don't like it. I still have some things to correct here, but as a sketch, I think that it's already good enough to have a starting point to make a good front walk. So good work now on your side.